But a very, very serious claim was made that Basil the Great denied Mary remained a perpetual virgin. Can you cite that for the audience here?
Again, I can't give you the original citation. In my research, I came across that he did not find any compelling argument to insist that Matthew 13, Mark 6 should not be taken in their plain, literal way.
I want to read something and see if you recognize it. The lovers of Christ, that is, the faithful, do not allow themselves to hear that the Mother of God ceased at any moment to be a virgin. We consider their testimony sufficient. On the generation of Christ, Basil the Great. Have you read that before?
No, I haven't, but that begs the larger issue. What is authority? Is a father a leader and authority, or
well, we're not talking about authority tonight. Tonight we're talking about the perpetual virginity of Mary. And right. In your opening and your rebuttal, you made some statements. Authority would be a topic for another debate. You claimed that there were fathers that taught this. I would be interested in hearing just one. You named Tertullian and you named Basil, but you can't give anybody here a quote from them.
I can't give you, again, their exact books that they wrote in, but they clearly did not agree with Mary's perpetual.
Can you name one, just one father, the year 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, any of the hundreds? Can you name one that denied Mary remained a perpetual virgin?
Well, again, Tertullian is in the 3rd century.
But you can't give us the actual citation.
Okay, but does that matter? I mean,
it matters. It should matter because you're making a claim. You got to back it up.
Well, it is what it is. Okay. I'm not a scholar. I'm a pastor, not a scholar. If people want more information, I'm sure they can find that reference.
It is what it is. Okay. In Mark chapter, let's read Mark. Let's go to the Gospel of Mark. In Mark, we read, and I'm going to read verse 3. Is this not the carpenter, the son of Mary, and brother of James and Joseph and Judas and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us? And they took offense at him. Then Jesus said to them, prophets are not without honor, except in their hometown and among their own kin and in their own house. In verse 4, we have a particular Greek word utilized here that is being used for the brothers of Christ. That Greek word is syngenes or syngeneusin. Pastor Bruce, where is this Greek word ever used for a brother or a sister of the same womb?
In the New Testament?
I don't care where. Old Testament and New Testament.
You're referencing from Mark 6, correct?
That's correct.
Off the top of my head, I cannot think of one. I could look it up if you want to give me a minute. Sure,
you can look it up while I move to another. Well, I mean, you could look it up right now if you want, and I'll move to another question as you're looking it up. Okay. In your debate with a Catholic gentleman, which I watched and I found it very entertaining, you brought up another church father. You said that he rejected the perpetual virginity of Mary. You said he was Victorinus. Are you able to provide that citation for the audience this evening?
Again, I wouldn't know what specific book he wrote in. Okay. my research didn't go to that level.
You do realize that when somebody does research and they make certain claims, they should go to first-hand source material rather than simply quoting, because you could find something and be in error. Is that correct?
That's correct, but I can give you the source I got it from, but I can't quote the exact page and exact document that they wrote in. Sure. St. Basil wrote approximately 380. I can tell you that.
I know his dates. I know his dates very well.
Jovinian and Helvidius denied the perpetual virgin.
You're right. They were both heretics, though, weren't they? Arians.
Granted, they may be Arians, but they were still familiar with teachings of, hey, look, they were Arian bishops, were they not?
Sure, and we don't have them as saints, and we don't follow their teaching, do we?
Well, irrelevant. These were.
I don't see how it is irrelevant, because we're talking about church fathers. Because I understand they're heretics.
That's one reason why I'm not a Roman Catholic, because the church fathers, like Catholic teaching itself, contradicts.
Well, then this evening you're able to show us how, because the claims you've made have been quite sharp and quite powerful. If the church fathers do deny Roman Catholic teaching, we've been waiting for the past, I don't know, a few minutes already, about 5 minutes, for you to give us one church father that denies Mary remained a perpetual virgin. You named Basil, but Basil clearly taught it. He said the faithful believe she remained a perpetual virgin.
Well, again, Basil is one, Julian's another. This teaching rises around 150 in the Proto-Gospel of James, okay, also called the Proto-Evangelion of James. That's where it really started. So it got eventually popular over time, but it's got no biblical, foundations at all.
Okay, I just want for it to be, before we go back to Mark 6:3, just for it to be on the record, you are unable to provide any citation from Basil or Victorinus that shows they denied the perpetual virginity. Is that correct?
At this present time, I do not have that information.